Stop scrolling for just 1 second. What if the reason you feel so anxious, restless, or completely numb the moment you finally sit down to relax isn't because you are bad at resting or incapable of finding peace? What if the undeniable truth is that your brilliant, beautiful nervous system has been running a massive, lifelong survival program and you have simply forgotten what it physically feels like to be safe? If you've been wondering why chaos feels comfortable, why peace feels terrifyingly boring, and why you are constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop, stay with me. Because this video is about to completely rewire how you understand your body's baseline and help you finally cross the bridge from surviving to thriving. Your body is the most highly adaptive, intelligent organism in the cosmos. This is the foundational truth you must anchor into as you reclaim your biological sovereignty. For your entire life, your physical vessel has been gathering data from a dense, chaotic world. In the old timeline, the matrix of manufactured urgency, competition, and constant doing, your body realized that to keep you safe, it had to remain on high alert. It cranked up your internal dial to a frequency of hypervigilance. Over the years, this state of constant, low-grade fight or flight stopped feeling like an emergency. It just became your normal. But surviving is not living. The old timeline programmed you to confuse the chaotic, adrenaline-fueled buzz of anxiety with the feeling of being alive. As you actively shift your consciousness into your highest, most abundant timeline, your physical container is realizing that the architecture of survival is fundamentally incompatible with the frequency of joy. You cannot download the magnificent light codes of true thriving while your nervous system is braced for an attack. Understanding how to identify your current biological baseline without a single ounce of shame or judgment is the master key to finally commanding your biology to stand down. The matrix of hypervigilance, why chaos feels like home. One of the most profound yet initially confronting realizations on your healing journey is discovering that your nervous system can become addicted to its own stress chemistry. In the rigid architecture of the old world, you were rewarded for overriding your body's need for safety. You pushed through the fatigue, swallowed the anxiety, and operated in a permanent state of kinetic tension. When you live in survival mode for decades, your baseline shifts. The sympathetic nervous system, your internal gas pedal, gets stuck on the floor. When this happens, your body genuinely believes that chaos equals safety, because chaos is predictable. It is what you know. This is why when you finally take a day off, go on vacation, or step into a healthy, peaceful relationship, your body panics. Without the familiar cocktail of cortisol and adrenaline, your biological computer registers the sudden silence as a threat. It thinks, "It's too quiet. We must be missing a predator." This is the exact moment you self-sabotage, pick a fight, or suddenly remember a dozen urgent tasks you need to do. You are not broken. Your brilliant physical vessel is simply trying to drag you back to the familiar, heavy gravity of the old timeline. The alchemy of thriving. Redefining your set point. If surviving is a state of perpetual bracing, then what does thriving actually feel like in the biology? Thriving is not a permanent state of ecstatic, euphoric high. In the highest timeline, thriving is resonance. It is the deep, unshakable, somatic knowing that you are held, safe, and entirely sovereign in the present moment. When your nervous system drops into a parasympathetic baseline, the state of rest and digest, the bioelectrical static in your brain clears. Your breathing deepens. The microscopic engines of your cells switch from defense mode to cellular repair and expansion. You stop scanning the horizon for threats and begin scanning your environment for beauty, connection, and inspiration. Moving from survival to thriving requires you to be fiercely, lovingly honest about where your internal dial is currently set. You cannot reset a GPS if you refuse to admit your starting coordinates. By identifying your baseline, you stop fighting your reactions and start gently, masterfully reparenting your biology. Locating your coordinates without judgment. As you step into the role of timeline master, you must observe your physical vessel without the heavy, critical lens of the old world. If you discover that your baseline is entirely rooted in survival, if your jaw is always clenched, your breathing is always shallow, and your mind is always racing, you do not judge it. You bless it. You look at your magnificent, exhausted body and you say, "Thank you for keeping us alive in a world that felt so unsafe, but the war is over now." Removing the narrative of failure neutralizes the fear response in your brain. It signals to your cellular intelligence that you are no longer a victim to your programming. You are the architect redesigning it. Practical daily rituals. Acclimating to the frequency of peace. Shifting your biological set point from survival to thriving is not an overnight hack. It is a gentle, conscious transfiguration. You must deliberately teach your nervous system that it is safe to put down the armor. These daily rituals are your foundational tools for expanding your capacity to hold the frequency of peace without panicking. The frequency audit. 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night. Pause for just 10 seconds to locate your baseline. Close your eyes and ask a simple somatic question. Am I breathing or am I bracing? Notice if your shoulders are living up by your ears. Notice if your stomach is sucked in tight. Notice if your tongue is glued to the roof of your mouth. Simply observing the physical bracing begins to interrupt the autonomic survival loop. You are bringing the subconscious habit into the light of your conscious awareness. The jaw and pelvic drop. The 2 areas of your physical vessel that hold the densest survival energy are the jaw and the pelvic floor. When you feel the familiar hum of urgency taking over, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, deliberately create space between your upper and lower teeth. Let your jaw hang slightly slack. Simultaneously, consciously relax the muscles of your pelvic floor and lower belly. By manually unlocking these 2 physical vaults, you send a massive, undeniable signal up your vagus nerve to your brain that says, "We are not running. We are safe to yield." Microdosing safety. Because a traumatized, hypervigilant nervous system views prolonged peace as a threat, you must introduce thriving in tiny, manageable doses. Once a day, give yourself exactly 60 seconds of absolute stillness. Sit in a chair, look at a tree, or gaze out a window. Do not meditate, do not analyze, do not try to fix yourself. Just exist for 1 single minute. When your brain inevitably tries to sound the alarm of urgency, gently reply, "We are just practicing safety for 60 seconds. Then we can go back to doing." You are slowly, safely stretching your window of tolerance for the new timeline. Empowering conclusion. You are the anchor of your new reality. As you continue to build this unshakable foundation of mind and body, remember to treat your physical vessel with infinite patience and awe. You are unlearning decades of survival programming. The restlessness, the inability to focus on stillness, the instinct to constantly do. They are not flaws in your character. They are the echoes of an old matrix that you are successfully outgrowing. You are no longer a biological machine reacting to a dangerous world. You are a sovereign creator, gently holding the hand of your nervous system as you walk it out of the dark and into the light. Thriving is your birthright. It is the natural, effortless state of your highest timeline. Your body is not betraying you when it panics in the quiet. It is simply asking for reassurance that the coast is truly clear. Walk gently through your days. Honor the fierce protection of your survival mechanisms and lovingly retire them. Trust the brilliant, fluid intelligence of your own body as it learns a new way to exist. Know that every time you choose to soften your jaw instead of bracing for impact, you are rewriting your biological destiny. You are becoming the safe haven you have always been searching for. Affirmation. I release the heavy armor of the survival matrix. I thank my body for protecting me, and I give it permission to stand down. I am safe in this present moment. I am gently expanding my capacity for peace, and I joyfully welcome the expansive, radiant frequency of true thriving. And there you have it. You aren't broken for feeling anxious in the quiet. You are just learning how to map the coordinates of your new reality. We are officially unlearning the matrix of hypervigilance. If this video just gave you a massive sigh of relief and the permission to finally put down your biological armor, smash that like button right now to tell the universe you are claiming your thriving timeline. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next activation in this Foundation series, where we'll be diving into the intense, hidden dangers of what happens when we continuously swallow our feelings. Drop a comment below with, "I am thriving" or "My baseline is peace." If this hit you in the soul, let's build a community of timeline masters who actually honor their nervous systems. Share this with that one friend who is always running on empty and desperately needs to hear this. You might just change their entire reality. I'll see you in the next video, beautiful soul. Until then, breathe deep, soften your grip, and let yourself be safe. You've earned it.